All right, boys and girls, welcome back to Mount Polumbus Speaks here. As we're gonna get going into the Denver Broncos versus Chargers second half offensive film. If you missed the first half and you want to watch it, you can go over to my YouTube page, hit that link in my bio on X, going over to YouTube, and watch the first half film. Put that out yesterday. It wasn't great film, but there was some stuff to be learned. Look, we know where the Broncos are at right now, and I don't need to recap too much for you. Obviously, the Broncos, the number one seed in the AFC, they get the bye week. They might have to face off against the Chargers again in about 11 days from now. If the Chargers were to beat the Patriots, that would be the team they would have to face again. So this film is relevant, and we're going to try to figure out why the Broncos offense has struggled as much as they have and been as inconsistent as they have. But before we get started, need to thank my title sponsor, Safeway. As always, Safeway is such an incredible local grocery store. There is a difference in where you shop. When you go to Safeway, you're supporting local small businesses because they support local small businesses. They cut their fruit fresh in store every single day. They've got an incredible app that if you don't have on your phone, you're missing out on. Skip the other delivery service apps. You're going to save time. You're going to save money. Before you blink your eye, you can have that food delivered to your doorstep if that's how you choose to get it delivered. Safeway Fresh Foods, local flavors. Check out your local Safeway store today. Let's dive into the film. All right, first play of the second half. One thing that did pop up in this game is that the Broncos' pass protection did not feel as good as it has been in some previous games. Obviously, we do not have Garrett Bolles in the game here. We've got Frank Crumb in there playing left tackle. Garrett is hopeful to be back in 2 weeks. Matter of fact, he says he will be back, but he does have a pretty significant ankle sprain. All right, so we talked about this a lot in the first half film. The Chargers killed our offensive line with their games, right? So all we've got is simple two-man game right here. We got to pass this off to our left guard. Our left guard's going to let this guy loop around. We got to snap back in here, take this over. After we snap that guy's shoulders out, now we got to get our shoulders flat and get the looper. We don't like our center here, Alex Forsyth. What's disappointing about this to me, he's blind to it. Alex, I don't mean to say it like that. I mean, Alex has actually done a pretty damn good job filling in at center. But he is blind to it right here, and he's got no clue that there's a looper coming across his face. All right, looks like we got a 17 power going on here, I believe. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. I like this. Okay. So check out the deuce block that we got going on right here. We got a deuce from these two guys all the way backside. We're going to get pretty good movement going on right there. Our right guard's going to pull. We got a gap seal and we got to work back. But what I like is this deuce block between these two guys. Actually, I apologize. It was not a deuce block. That's a trade block. Ends up working with his tight end. That's pretty good movement from Frank Crumb, man, and good job from Adam Troutman getting in there and getting that hip, working to the backside linebacker. Quinn Miners, decent job getting up to the second level, and Ben Powers still fighting, landed on dudes' backs. It's a good looking run. Does this ball just get out too quick? What happens here? Yeah, I think he just got that ball out a little bit too quick before RJ could turn around. Punt the ball, another unsuccessful drive. Broncos got to get things going offensively as they go into the bye week here. A lot to figure out, man. A lot to figure out. I mean, look, man, I was a part of a number one seed that was very, very similar to this team with offense struggle, and clearly it can be done. I only got the number one seed one time in my career, won a Super Bowl when I got that, and basically had the exact same formula that this team has. The one thing that our offense did well in the playoffs, though, was we protected the ball well and we started to run the football well. So this Broncos team is going to have to do both those things moving into the playoffs. This one, Bo Nix sees a lot of green grass in front of him. I give Bo the green light to do this every single time. He's got great athleticism. Needs to be careful to not take shots down the field. He did protect himself here, but that's just the one thing he's got to be aware of if he's going to be running, if he's going to run with the ball. Jaleel McLaughlin, man, he had a handful of really nice carries. I think he only touched the ball 6 or 7 times, but with his touches, he was very impactful. All right, so we just got a wide zone concept here. We got cross flow action, right? So cross flow action, we're going to bring our tight end. We're going to block the end man on the line. What does that do with cross flow when you bring this guy backside? Well, generally speaking, it can hold this dude from press and play side too fast. It also gives you good clean cut box that you can just get after this dude and try to make him feel your presence a little bit. Everybody else, we're working front side. We're man on. We're going to double team up to 53, and then we'll man out on the backside. Good run, Jaleel. And good job by the offensive line. Okay, big gainer here. We got play action shot here. We really only got 2 options to throw the ball down the field, and we got Evan Ingram wide ass open. Pass protection's fantastic. Honestly, watch this. If Bo leads Evan Ingram right there, see how Evan had to turn back to catch that ball right there on his backside. If Bo hits that play side over here, I do wonder. Oops, too many lines. I'm trying to get too fancy here. I do wonder if he's able to take off and get that touchdown. It's not a bad throw from Bo. It's a big gain, but it's not a good throw either. We got to hit him in stride. Absolutely no reason why Evan Ingram should have to be turning backwards to catch that football. And our red zone issues are going to pop up and bite us in the ass again as we're going to get all the way down here and we're not going to finish. So this is the single-handed biggest concern on this Broncos offense right now is their red zone woes. Got to score touchdowns, man. At least a couple times. Nowhere to go. I do wonder what went wrong here. I don't know. Bo was worried that this ball was going to get intercepted, so he put it in a spot where his guy, it was either him or it was going out of bounds. I think you had a chance to hit Troy Franklin on this one, though. Ugh. Bo wants that one back. Again, I don't know that we're getting in for a touchdown here. But he's going to want that ball back. That's third down, too. So just a couple balls that sailed on Bo Nix down there, one bad run, and all of a sudden it's fourth down and you're kicking a field goal and you're settling for 3 points rather than getting touchdowns. Broncos were 0 for 4 in the red zone in terms of converting touchdowns against the Chargers. All right, Sack City on this one. You know, protection's not horrible. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Ball's got to get out. You know, maybe he doesn't have anywhere to put the football, but you protect for 3 seconds, you're pretty much doing your job as an offensive line here. You know, if I had a small gripe, it would just be on this pass off here from Quinn Miners over to 54, Alex Forsyth. This guy's going to cross face. So Quinn Miners is going to try to snap him off and then come back and find some extra work. Forsyth has got to get his shoulders flatter as he gets back, and we got to get a better punch as we level that guy off. Pretty good job by Jaleel, though. I'll give 38 some credit there. That's not a very big man stepping in there being a willing blocker. Is Bo giving the 6-7 check? Is that what he's doing there? Okay, finally we do a better job of passing off the games. Nice move by Pat Bryant. Just putting your foot in the ground, getting an extra yard or two. We're going to hit Cortland Sutton on this one for 4 or 5 yards. Just quick dump off. Let's just pause. Okay. I mean, Bo can't throw this ball, okay, because he's got an offensive lineman in his face. He can't step into it. But just in theory, do we have what we want? We probably do have the dig. We probably got that dig coming across the middle of the field if we want to throw that. But he's got too much traffic in here to be able to step up and throw the ball down the field. Oh, man, I am worried going into the playoffs. The Chargers exposed something on this offensive line. Matter of fact, I'm just going to take a note about that right now because I'm thinking about this. I want to talk about it on my radio show. But Chargers defensively exposed an issue on this offensive line. We really, really struggled picking up all these games that the Chargers ran on us. It's not even, the beauty of running the games is that you don't necessarily have to have a 5-man blitz. I mean, it's a 4-man simulated blitz, simulated rush. And when you rush 4 and you run all these games and you create chaos, that's a good way to be playing defense when you can create pressure based off of games rather than bringing that 5th player, because obviously that means you don't have an extra guy in coverage. Sorry, I was just writing some notes down that I wanted to remember. Pundaroo. Jeremy Crawshaw been pretty good for the Broncos this year. All right. So we got 18 truck going on, right? So 18 truck. We're going to down block here. We're going to pull around for the alley. We got to block. We got to gain. We got to gain. We got to gain on the backside. I think we're misidentified here. Fairly certain the Broncos misidentified this. It looks like the offensive line. We're thinking we're going a single block to the backside linebacker. Well, who's blocking this dude? Oh, maybe the fullback. Yeah, my bad. That is the fullback. I didn't realize there was a fullback on the field. They're not misidentified. Fullback actually messes that up. Adam Prentice has been pretty damn good. He loses track of his man. You can see that 46. 58 is his man. He just totally loses track of him. Yeah, that's pretty good blocking out in space. Look at that from Adam Prentice. And who is that? And Pat Bryant. I like that. Willing participants in the blocking game. Pat Bryant, young wide receiver, fighting. Adam Prentice, obviously a fullback. That's his job to block. That's the only thing that he's supposed to be doing anyways. He gets too many carries. That's a nice looking bubble screen. Well executed. Well, we got duo called here, right? So duo should give us double teams, but you can't get as many double teams as you want because of the look that they've given us. So we got to go man there. We're going to have to man across the board. That's not a great look for this particular play. Chargers know that we love to run this play. The real problem on this one is our down block right here from Mike McGlinchey. We're going to get bubbled back into the backfield, which is going to force RJ Harvey to have to bounce it. And then our double team on the backside, we're going to this tray block is going all the way to 58. You're going to see Frank Crumb gets pulled down a little bit. 58's going to sneak through there, and Crumb can't get off the block. Punt. Ugh. I've never seen a team win a number 1 seed at home, win a game to get the number 1 seed at home and get booed. Talk about a weird deal, man. They got booed by their home crowd as they secured the number 1 seed in the AFC. And I get it. I mean, I understand why the crowd was booing. This is an ugly, ugly offensive performance. Wow, I don't like this. So this is a tough ask, man. We're trying to pin this guy, and we're gonna pop out here to get anybody else. Well, first off, we're gonna run into our right guard, so that's gonna cause him to get off levels, and we're gonna be slow getting out there because we're just gonna run into our dude. But beyond that, just let's talk about the actual logistics of trying to block a dude that is two gaps removed from you. Ooh, that's tough. I mean, I think Alex Forsythe, at the very least, he's got to post and then pop. I don't think you could just pop without posting for this dude because 77's got no chance of getting down there. I mean, I don't put that on Quinn Miners at all. What the hell's he supposed to do? We got a lot of pin blocking going on. So this time we're going to pull both our center and our guard. We got to get a down block here. We're going to pull. We're going to pull. This time, Garrett Bolles, he's back in the game. He's got a bum ankle. We got to get more aggressive. We got to get more aggressive so this guy can't get penetration on us. 93 is going to get too much penetration and blow up this play. This time, Mike McGlinchey's going to get beat. Offensive line, yikes, man. They've been so good all year long, not this game. Been really proud of that group for the entirety of the season. Um, they're allowed to have a bad game too, but it's a little bit disturbing. I mean, look at Mike McGlinchey on this one. Look at your right tackle. Eyes over on 69. We just whiff on the outside swim. Got to strike through that shoulder. There's no punch there. There's no disruption of the path. And you give the short corner. Field goal. 4 field goals. Okay, Bo doesn't like it anywhere down the field. I don't blame him. So he's going to hit his check down real quick. He's only got 2 receivers out. This is the exact same play that we had hit Evan Ingram on earlier. This time it's Cortland Sutton coming across on the dig, and we had the post going there. We hit Evan Ingram on this play earlier. This time Bo feels like it's too dangerous, so he doesn't throw it. He's just going to hit his check down. Nice job by Jaleel. Again, I'd give Jaleel McLaughlin my game ball if I was the coach. You know, I'm going to give a little bit of credit to on this one. Look at our wide receiver digging this dude out. So this guy right here, we don't have a hat for him in this group, okay? This group doesn't have a hat for him. Our hat from him is coming from out here. We've got a wide receiver out here and Pat Bryant. Pat Bryant's got to work his ass off to go dig this dude out, and he does a pretty damn good job of it. Oh, I'm sorry. That's Lil Jordan Humphrey, not Pat Bryant. Good job by Lil Jordan Humphrey. Ooh, I do like that. Okay, okay. Watch this right here. Watch this down block from 77. We're going to rock this dude, and then we're going to work our ways up to the second level. Quinn Miners, sit your ass down. Mike McGlinchey, good job on the trade block. Number 69. Getting up to 53. 82's got to get his hat play side. Finish the block. Pretty good job out here in space by Ben Powers, Alex Forsyth, even Mike McGlinchey running down there. You see Pat Bryant at the top of the screen. He's engaged. I'm proud of Pat Bryant as a blocker. That young man's been working his ass off, doing a good job. Ooh, nice little spin move there, Pat Bryant. RJ's actually going to get a decent little lower red zone run on this one, pick up 5 or 6 yards. That's effective football. Good second effort, good spin move. You'll take that. Then, unfortunately, now we're going to give up a sack. So we're in position to score. This is definitely a coverage sack. I mean, the offensive line's in great shape. I mean, look at that pass blocking from that offensive line. Doesn't get much better than that. Bo's got all day. He's standing around like a statue, but we're covered. We're covered. We're covered. We haven't quite gotten our eyes back here yet, but we got double team, and great coverage to the play side where Bo's got his eyes. Nothing but a coverage sack. Interesting middle halfback screen here. You don't see a ton of these. Sometimes they call them jailbreaks, but you see those more with tight ends than you do with running backs. Field goal. And we got the best play in football, which is victory formation, take a knee, Broncos win. All is good, man. I mean, I'm not trying to be negative at all, but all is good. You're a number one seed. You worked your ass off. You got so many wins this year. You only got, I mean, this team to be with only 3 losses, fighting their ass off, 1 score margins all season long. They've done a lot of great things, man. So there's some issues offensively. There's also some great things defensively, right? And the offense has had a few moments. They had a moment against Green Bay. They had a moment against Dallas where they looked fantastic. If we just find some middle ground, this Broncos team has got a great chance of making it to the Super Bowl. All it takes is 2 wins now, and you're in the Super Bowl. 2 more of these things, and you are in the Super Bowl. So Broncos got to get this stuff fixed up, get it cleaned up over the bye week here. Appreciate you guys hanging out on Mount Polumbus Speaks. If you're new to the podcast, hit that link in my bio on X, go on over to YouTube and hit subscribe. That's where my content lives. And if you don't want to miss out on anything, you're going to want to make sure you're subscribed over to YouTube. And if you want to help this channel grow, I'd be grateful if you'd head on over to YouTube and give a like and a comment on this video, as that does wonders for the algorithm. I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Be back with you guys in a day or two as we break down the weekend's matchups. Talk soon.